Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela, aka Stitching Brit, and I just want to say first of all Happy New Year to everybody because this is my first Flosstube video of 2023. Today is the 17th of January, so yes, couple of weeks into the new year, so I hope you've had a good start to 2023 already. So lots to share with you. I'm going to be sharing my 2023 plans with you. I was actually planning on making a video about this towards the end of last year. However, I'm glad I waited because my plans have changed already. I think I definitely fixed now, but I think I was being a bit over ambitious with what my plans were. So I've scaled it right back to what it was. And I am looking forward to sharing that with you. That will come at the end of this video. But like I say, first of all, I am going to share with you my projects that I've worked on in the last couple of weeks since my whip parade that I did at the end of 2022. So the first thing that I've worked on is my temperature topography. This is by Sarah, the Stitchin mummy. And this was for 2022. As many of you know, I got really behind with this and yes, just need to catch up now. So that is where I'm up to. As you can see, I'm just at the end of September. We had our very hot day, 40 degrees. Here in the UK, which was the hottest day of the year, and I have a feeling that in December we had some of the coldest days of the year that were recorded in British history since weather has been recorded. Certainly the 40-degree weather was the hottest the UK has ever experienced, so not too far behind. I'm getting there slowly but surely, so hopefully that one will be one of my first finishes of 2023. This is stitched on a 20 count, a sort of creamy colour Ada. So my next project that I worked on was Mini Princess of the Sea by Donna Gelsinger. So beautiful. I know lots of people are stitching it or have just finished it. So this one is where I'm at. As you can see, I started on the diagonal and I've now converted this to the Royal Rose method of stitching. And I think about here is the edge of the design. So not far to go to the edge, but these colours are just so beautiful in this sky. And this one, I stitched 545 stitches and I'm now at 5.05%. Yeah, and if I haven't said already, on 20 count. I think all of my pieces today, yeah, are on 20 count. 20 count Ada, love it, my favourite. So that's that one. Then I worked on my Mini Virus Detected by Randall Spangler. And I know that many of you know that I had an issue with Pattern Keeper one time when I was working on this and I completely lost all of my progress. In fact, the chart went blank. So I had to upload it and then put all of my progress in, which, as I've mentioned before, is a huge nightmare, really. But I'm nearly there with it. I'm nearly there. But I decided at the end of last year to convert all of my projects to the Royal Rose method of stitching. So this is what I've done with this one. It's only a small chunk that I've worked on, but this is where we're at. And just here, this one is where I've converted it. And you can see my part threads now. So I'm going to be going along this page, converting it. I've even marked the pages. So I'm going to go up to here first. And as I do that, each time I do that, I'm going to work on crossing off some more stitches that I've stitched. But just finally enjoying this piece again. I sort of stopped enjoying it, I think, a little bit because of the issue with pattern keeper and not knowing my progress, not knowing my percentage, because I do like to know the numbers. But anyway, I'm getting over that now, and like I say, I'm just gonna carry on converting this to the Royal Rose method of stitching, and I will just work down page by page. I think I'll do this piece in that method page by page. And like I say, as I go down, I will spend some time filling in some more stitches on pattern keeper as well. So that's that one. So I can't give you how many stitches I worked on or what percentage I'm at, but as I say, 20 count Ada for that one. Then I worked on my largest piece, which is my World Travel Bookshelf by Amy Stewart. And yeah, really gorgeous design. There's so much in this piece, and what I love about stitching on this piece is that as soon as you start stitching, you see a part of the design come out. I changed my frame because, as many of you know, I had it on a very large frame, so I've changed it to a smaller one, and this is, oh, it's caught on a wire. This is where I'm at. So I had lots of little gaps because I think I've tried all sorts of different methods with this project. So I had a few gaps, so I was filling those in and working my way through the Royal Rose method. One of my favourite things on this piece, well, all of the pieces really, but this one I just love because with the Royal Rose method, I just love this bit now of just threading these threads and just sewing them in. It just makes it so much easier. The first row is quite hard, but then when you've got all these threads, it just makes it so much easier, I think, anyway. But yeah, I just love how this design is coming out. I know I've been stitching on this, I think, for like 2 years now, and I probably should have a lot more done for 2 years, but I feel like I'm kind of getting my groove with this and really getting quite a bit done each month now. So yeah, again, I'm going to go page by page. So when I've gone all the way down here, I'm going to go over a page and then work all the way down. So I'm kind of doing a shelf at a time, and then as and when necessary, I'll just move my frame. So yeah, this is a slightly, you can see, slightly smaller frame, and I filled in all of the gaps up to here, and I think I've got some, as you can see, I've got some more gaps working down, but yeah, loving it. And this has got 776 stitches in, and I'm at 4.07%, and again on 20 count Ada. Next one, and my last one, gosh, I feel like I've whizzed through these pieces today. But my next piece was Faces of Fairy 178 by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. This is the one I commonly call Pink Fairy. And this one, I have reached the end of the row. I think I had a few gaps last time, and I've now gone on to this next row here. Yeah, just love that. I love pink, so this piece is right up my street, really. And this one, yeah, got 767 stitches, and I'm now at 16.81%. So I don't think this is, I think the edge you can just see here. So it goes from like here to here. So now I know that I can fit that in the frame better when I next put it in the frame. Yeah, really, again, really just loving this method. I just feel like I kind of fly through my stitches stitching on this method. I don't know about anybody else. Does anybody else feel like that? I don't know. But yeah, so that's that one. So that's all of the projects that I've worked on over the last couple of weeks, or since 2023 anyway. one other thing I just wanted to address, somebody asked me in my last video, one of the comments was that because I've converted all of my projects now to the Real Rose method, I have got some projects that are not on gridded fabric. So I've gridded them myself. And what I did was I watched quite a few YouTube videos and found the right pens to use. So just to show you, just because I was asked, these are the Friction Clicker 07 pens. Hopefully that's come out okay. And you can remove the pen mark with friction, which occasionally if I go over my grid, I just sort of pull the fabric taut and just rub it out and it comes out perfectly well. Or heat, so an iron can take out these grid marks. So obviously when you finish a piece, you can always just iron it first before. I would always wash and iron a piece, but before I wash it, I would iron it first to get all the pen marks out. Yeah, so I've got 3 colours. So I just got the pack of 3. I've got red, black and blue. And I've gridded the fabric in all 3 of these colours. So yeah, it just really helps and took no time at all to grid. And I know somebody said, could I do a video on how I grid? I do mine very cat-handedly. There's no way that anybody would want to copy how I do it. So what I would suggest is just have a look on YouTube, because that's how I learnt how to do it. It sounds really simple and you think, yeah, I should be able to do this, but I was just going really horribly wrong to begin with. But anyway, watch the YouTube videos on it because they show it much better than what I could. So just wanted to answer that question. Now I will go into my plans for 2023. So each week I have got a kind of schedule, if you like, for my stitching. I am very much a person that likes structure and I like plans. So this is working really well for me so far. So on Monday so far, I'm keeping that as a free choice, and I will come back to what I fill my free choice day with in a second. But Tuesday to Thursday, I use my Tiny Decisions app at the start of each month and pick 4 Heaven and Earth projects. And the reason why it's 4, just because there's usually 4 weeks in a month, is that if there's 5 weeks in a month, then I'll pick 5. But 4 Heaven and Earth design projects that I will work on from Tuesday to Thursday. And the idea is that I get 1,000 stitches in before the end of the month on each piece. So if I don't manage to do that in the week it's allocated, so from the Tuesday to the Thursday, then I can use the Monday, the free choice Monday, to finish those stitches. Then on Friday, I work on my oldest Heaven and Earth design, which is Mini Virus Detected, the one I've just shown you earlier. And I get as many stitches as I can on that. And again, if I've done all of my 1,000 stitches on my other pieces, I can use Monday, my free choice Monday, to do a bit more of that. And then Saturday and Sunday, I work on my World Travel bookshelf, just purely because it's got the most stitches. It's 406,000 stitches in that one. And I can't remember where I'm up to. Obviously, I'm only at 4%, but there's an awful lot to go. So Saturday and Sunday are the days that I work on that project. I've made a decision as well not to do a temperature piece this year, and there's 2 reasons why. Number 1, because I'm still behind on 2022 and 2021. I haven't pulled out my 2021 temperature tree piece for a long time, so I do need to get those finished. And secondly, because I didn't want to be in a position where every year I was thinking, what temperature piece am I going to do, and kind of feeling like I needed to do one every year. I did purchase another chart from Sarah, Stitchin Mummy, at the end of last year in the thought that I would do one this year, but I think I'm going to leave it maybe even until 2025 and just have a couple of years gap from doing temperature pieces. As much as I love them, I found that I do get behind with them, and I want to finish some other smaller pieces off this year first. I do hope to start a Mirabilia piece this year as well. I have got all of the seasonal queens, so winter, summer, autumn and spring queen. And I have got Royal Holiday and another one. So what's that, 5, 6 Mirabilias. So my plan is to start them, or to start some of them, one at least, if not two, at some point in the year. Now, I do have a bit of a plan of when I want to start them, which I will come on to shortly. And I also would like to do some seasonal pieces. So at the start of every new season, I plan to start a new smallish seasonal piece. It's not full coverage. And when that comes, I will show you what the design is then. And I have got plans to start some more Heaven and Earth designs. So in February, I'm going to start Mini Love Letters Chocolate Shop by Amy Stewart. This is the mini. In March, I'm going to be starting Mini Butterfly Effect by Kate Powell. And in July, I'm going to be starting Ornament The Enchanted Christmas by Donna Gelsinger. And in December, I'm going to be starting Christmas Ornament Snow Much in Love. I keep forgetting whenever I film that my light goes out. I don't know why it keeps going out. It only does it when I record Flosstube videos. But so apologies if it's suddenly gone a bit darker. And then at some point I'm going to start Mini Vaccinated to go with my virus piece, like a companion piece. I don't know when I'm going to start that though, but I'm going to start that at some point in the year. So they are my planned new Heaven and Earth designs that I will be starting. As I said, I am going to focus on some finishes. I've got quite a few smaller projects that I need to finish, in particular my Christmas jars, Summer Basket by Ellen Morris-Stroh that I've literally probably got half a day's work on to finish. My temperature pieces, yeah. And if I can, I'd love to finish Heaven and Earth design. I'm thinking possibly either my Quick Stitch Robin or my Sunflower Cottage. Those two would probably be ones that I think I could finish. Then for different months of the year, I've got different plans. So in February, I'm only going to focus on full coverage pieces. I'm not going to do any of my smaller designs. Like I said, I'm just going to focus on full coverage. In March, there is going to be March Madness. Now, I don't like the title of that. So if you guys have got another title, please let me know. And what it is you start with 16 projects. You work on each project each day. So for example, day 1, you'd work on a project. Day 2, you'd work on a project. And out of those 2, whichever one had the most stitches goes into the next round. So you do all of that for your 16 projects. So then you'd have 8 projects going into the next round. So then you'd work on 2 of the projects, and whichever one had the most stitches, you'd put that into the next round. So then the following round would have 4, 2, and then 1 would be the winner. So that's how the month works. And like I say, it can be known as March Madness, but I don't like that title. So let me know in the comments below if you guys can think of a better title for that. In May, I've got Mirabilia May, because that's when I plan on starting a Mirabilia, 1 if not 2. July will be Christmas in July, so anything Christmassy, which is why I'm going to start one of my Christmas Heaven and Earth pieces. Then in August, I'm going to be doing Arbitrary August, and in December, I'm going to be doing Flossmas. I was really inspired by lots of Flossmas videos that I watched last December, so I really thought I would get in the action on that and have a go myself at filming Flossmas. And I have got a few Christmas themed new starts. Apart from the one Heaven and Earth design that I showed you, I have got a couple of other new starts that I plan to start in December for my Flossmas videos. So that is my year in stitching in a nutshell, and if you guys have got any other ideas of anything that I can add in, then please do let me know. And as always, thank you for being with me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers that have come along for the ride. I hope you like what you see. Thank you to everyone that's been with me throughout all of my Flosstube videos. I really do appreciate it. And until I see you again, happy stitching and bye for now.